Hello, today we're going to talk about what lies behind the charts, drawing various technical or candlestick patterns, as well as tracking volumes. We'll be discussing the very heart of the blockchain itself, those very blocks of information in which cryptocurrency is stored, namely internal transfers, movements between wallets, and tracking whale transactions. The Arkham platform will help us with this. It's a detective in the world of blockchain, and here we can track which specific large wallets are transferring funds in real time. Funds exchanges whales. This is pure intelligence gathering, and we're not seeing aggregated data, but the specific actions of specific addresses. What is important to look at here, and what should you pay attention to? Let's go through each section. The first thing we're interested in is large transfers between wallets and exchanges. If a large wallet moves BTC to an exchange, it's most likely preparation for a sale. If funds are being withdrawn from an exchange, it means it's either accumulation or moving to storage, or simply transferring to another wallet for further maneuvers. Here's what is important to understand. In recent days, there has been active movement of large volumes of Bitcoin from exchanges to cold wallets belonging to well-known addresses. This is confirmed by Glassnode data and outflows from exchanges, not just statistics, but specific transactions by specific players. For this, we need the search section, where we can specify the particular coin we would like to track. In our case, let's say it'll be Bitcoin. We open Bitcoin. Here's what we're interested in here. We open up a whole trove of information, a real goldmine showing where and with whom the largest amounts of these funds are currently held. There's Bitcoin, 24-hour changes, market capitalization, and locked funds. The current supply in terms of the number of coins, the maximum supply, and so on. We can turn this into a visualization. It'll look as follows. It'll look like this. Here, exchanges are listed, and here are Tether cold wallets. There's also the US government, their addresses, the ABIT exchange, and others. There are some large wallets, which represent either Crypto.com, Coincheck, or others. Let's go back to the previous section. Here, the largest addresses currently holding Bitcoin are shown. We can see that Wintermute's here as well. As a market maker, they hold $6.5 million in Bitcoin. We can also see other organizations here, and we see the top holders. For example, Binance holds $15 billion worth of assets here. There's another wallet as well, so in total they currently have $25 billion, and that's just from these disclosed wallets. There's also Tether, which holds Bitcoin reserves worth $5.9 billion. In the same way, we can track the US authorities, who currently have $5.8 billion in their account. These are the funds recovered from the Bitfinex hack. As we can see, it's marked here as Bitfinex hack recovery. The next tab we're interested in, of course, is transfers. Here we can see transfers, changes in both price and transactions. You can select TradingView, which is more convenient and familiar for us, but we're interested in the history for the entire period since BTC first appeared. Next up are the transfers. For convenience, you can select both the time of the transfer and the amount, as well as which addresses these transfers were made from and so on. We're interested in deposits to the exchange. To do this, we go to the relevant tab. In the To field, we type deposit. A tab opened, and we can choose a specific address to which the funds were sent, or select all deposits. All deposits. The amount. So we're not interested in small transfers, not $4, not $60, not $55. We're looking for larger amounts. In the convenient dollar filter, we can specify any amount we like. For example, from $100,000 upwards. But as we can see, not much has changed, and there are still quite a lot of transfers here, even in the last 20 minutes. That's precisely why we need to set the minimum to at least 1 million, or perhaps even 10 million. With 10 million, the picture changes, and there are still transfers here as well. BlackRock's IBIT Bitcoin ETF is transferring to Coinbase Prime, apparently for subsequent settlement. Let's take a look at these as an example of such a transfer. We go to BlackRock. You can also do this via the search function. BlackRock, Wintermute, Strategy, Binance, BitGet. In other words, we can track any exchange and any whale. Let's say we're interested in BlackRock. What do we see here? We can see what they hold in their portfolio, which coins, which instruments, the chains where they keep these assets, and the portfolio archive, meaning what movements have taken place, how much profit or loss has been made, and so on. Here, since the information is presented in a more aggregated way, we can filter it by other values. Inflow, meaning incoming funds, and outflow, meaning outgoing funds. In other words, where they transferred the money. What do we see here? We can see that BlackRock is already transferring new funds to Coinbase Prime today for their subsequent distribution, specifically for selling. 4 minutes ago, they sent 600 bitcoins, before that 1,300, then 300, and another 300. And there are a large number of other transfers here as well. But they're not only transferring bitcoins, they're also transferring ether. For example, 46 minutes ago, they transferred 5,000 ether, which is $8 million. Based on this, we can assume that these operations, these funds being sent, are being transferred for subsequent distribution. Large addresses on their own don't show us much. The signs of mass distribution are shown by the movements themselves. And if we're talking about standard transfers between wallets, for that we need to go back to the search, type in BTC, or choose from the trending coins and look at a particular address. Let's try to track it. Some address, for example, that transferred 10 million, but not to an exchange. 10 billion. And it shouldn't be an exchange. BlackRock, Coinbase, BlackRock. So once again, we're only coming across these. Now we have a transfer between addresses. As we can see, addresses that start with a 3 are quite old addresses. New addresses start with a letter format. It's either the letter B or the letter C. We open the wallet and see that at the moment it has $0 and there have been 2 transfers. There was a transfer from this address to the address we're looking at now, the one ending in KR, and from there another transfer was made somewhere else. So this address could have been used as some sort of intermediary for transfers. We can see that it was also somehow involved here. Coinbase and $360,000 were either transferred from it or to it. But according to the transaction history, there are only 2 transfers here. Why is this useful? The thing is, Arkham is essentially a detective in the world of blockchain, and here there is such a thing as a visualizer. By opening the visualizer, we can do the following. We enter the address, press enter, it shows us the address, and after that we click on Visualize. Next, we can add addresses here that we suspect are mixed with this address. We paste this address, press enter, and as you can see, so far the links in this chain are coming together. We can also see this address, if it wasn't here before. FQ7, GQ3. Let's go back. We have FQ7, GQ3 as well. And we also have this KR, which we mixed in here as well. 9 kilometers. Added. And as we can see from this address, M3M, there was a transfer here, then here, then here. And after that, the money left to this address here. Okay, that's some information. We already have it, and we can somehow rely on it. What kind of address could this be? Why were the links in this chain created? Let's try to take a look at this address, which was provided to us initially. What was this address and what did it look like? We can also save it and see that there are transfers here. This address from that address. There was a transfer which is also empty. Apparently, these addresses were used just to confuse things, to cover their tracks. It was the same here. There was a transfer for 150 million and another for 100 million, which was also neutralized. Next, we can set an alert on a similar address. But let's take something more relevant. Let's say we're interested in some manipulative coins that we'd like to trade. Today, for example, let's take the coin SUM. Synapse, here's its address. We're also interested in deposits on the exchange. Were they made for a subsequent dump, or, on the contrary, were there transfers for further distribution? We select in dollars, we can set it to at least 100,000. We see that there was a transfer 20 hours ago. A day ago, 2 days ago, there were transfers to Binance Deposit from Amber Group. Basically, these addresses don't appear anymore. There was a transfer from a 0 address to Binance Deposit. In this case, the 0 address is the claim for these tokens. That is, 12 million tokens were minted, and another 10 million tokens were minted. After that, these funds were moved. This is very important for building any kind of theory later on. There was also a transfer from some address for the amount of 236,000, and that's the one we're interested in. We enter it into the search again. Here there are 36 million, among which there's a huge number of tokens. We want to filter only by the SUM token. We enter it again, set the amount from which we want to see transfers. We can see that here there are both transfers to Kraken deposit and transfers between wallets. And this is exactly where you can start building that very tracking by addresses. Here it is. A wonderful picture which indicates that this address might somehow be connected to the team, since there have been transfers to Kraken and transfers to a large number of addresses here. And the next thing that interests us in this case is that we can share this with our friends, or we can go back and set an alert. Click on Create Alert. Next, select the address and enter the amount. That is, from what amount, for example, we want to receive notifications starting from $100,000. Token. We're not interested in that, because we're setting it for the Sun coin. Let's name it, say, simply Sun coin. Then, $100,000, we're interested in the volume, tokens. Again, we find the Sun coin, Sun apps, and set it so that only transactions with a Sun coin from $100,000 are tracked. For this address, we are interested in the alert. We set either email or Telegram, and we receive convenient notifications that transfers have been made to this or that address. This is very useful and very important for future distributions and so on. So if we're talking about flows from whale wallets, that's BlackRock, that's Coinbase, that's Wintermute, or other market makers like DWF Labs, which is also represented here and is known for organising various pump and dump schemes, then that's important as well. DWF Labs, at the moment, they manage $24 million, a very large number of coins which they support and market make, including the same lab coin, which was recently pumped and dumped. At the same time, GST, DEX, which is also currently active. And overall, there is activity here, and in general, there is something to work on and something to keep an eye on. So, best of luck working with this tool. Keep an eye on wallets, track transfers, and take your profits.